Good afternoon, Facebook, family, and friends, Instagram, and YouTube. I always say that and forget to upload the video to those sites. Well, I guess they won't see it if they don't. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I always say that, and I sometimes forget to upload the conversation. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. It is raining here. Oh my gosh, the saying cats and dogs. We had a bunch of cats and dogs here today. It was powerfully raining, and it's a little bit muggy right now, and I don't have my air on. Although I did report when I moved in here, and nobody did anything about it, but I reported that the air conditioner pops on when I have it turned off. It specifically says off in the window, yet the air conditioner always pops on. So I reported that to the woman who was in the management office at the time. And she said, oh, we know about that, but there's nothing we can do. And I said, yeah, but in the meantime, aren't we paying for that? She goes, well, yeah. So I'm thinking, this has gone on since I've been here 4 years, and this has gone on all those 4 years. So it's possible that we do need to have it checked out with the Utility Commission, because I don't think it's fair that our bills go up when we have a service turned off, but it still comes on and charges our bill. I don't think that's fair, especially AC, because AC is not cheap. We know AC is not cheap, right? No, it's not. So anyway, that's the situation with this. And I have my door open and everything, getting fresh air, fan on, etc. So, and I'm not using the AC. So it'll probably pop on anytime. And it does that. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, not having my AC on, and it's on, So I don't know what we can do about that, but that's neither here nor there. So how is everybody's week going so far? It is Wednesday, August the 12th. It is Hump Day 2026 on August the 12th. How is everybody's week going? I finally got my medication thing straightened around. The doctor gave me a prescription that said take 2 pills twice a day for 3 days, and then take 1 per day after. Well, they sent me 9 pills. You do the math. That does not add up. They sent me 9 pills. So finally today I was the pharmacy delivered 30. So I do have more pills. And in the meantime, in the meantime, no, she told me, I'm not even going to get into that, but in the meantime, anything could have happened because I haven't had any meds for that in a couple of days. Yeah, it's been a couple of days, and it's a serious kind of situation that, hey, I'll just tell you, I have low potassium. And when you have really low potassium like mine is right now, she told me that I should go to the hospital immediately if I should have heart palpitations. You all out there who've had low potassium, you know what I'm talking about. But they're treating it with pills, and that's what she told me to take, but I was given 9 pills, and that's what she put in the prescription. And I'm surprised that why didn't the pharmacist catch that? That the directions were this, but you're only giving her 9 pills. Why didn't the pharmacist catch that? See, this is the kind of thing that people get caught up in. When you hear people dropping down dead and stuff like that, there are reasons for that, and they get covered up so that somebody doesn't get blamed for it. But I'm putting it out there. That's what happened to me with my potassium pills. It was supposed to be 2, because my potassium is very low. And when I say very low, I mean it's in the 2s, okay? The prescription, like I said, was 2 pills twice a day. That's 4 pills per day. And then for 3 days, that's 12 pills, and then one after, and I was only given 9. Okay, so you see where I'm coming from with that. People, monitor your health professionals. They are overworked. The pharmacies apparently are overworked. People are overworked, and they are not paying all that much attention to us as individuals. We have to monitor our own health. And I'm going to tell you, I was in the hospital with this potassium issue several years ago, and they wouldn't let me out until my potassium level was up to 33, 34, which is the lowest that 33 is the lowest that it's supposed to be. I mean, not 33, 3.3, 3.3. And so they were coming around taking my blood pressure and everything, because when it was flaming low, my blood pressure went high. So they were monitoring that. So on the last day I was supposed to go home, the head nurse came. No, one nurse came, and she took my blood pressure, and it was 104/65, okay? Great blood pressure, 104/65. So then maybe an hour or so later, when I was to be discharged, the head nurse came in with Norvasc. Now, for those of you who don't know, that is a high blood pressure medicine. So she said, even though you're going home, you still have to take these pills. I said to her, what is that? And she said, Norvasc. I said, how low do you want my blood pressure to be? She said, oh, why? Was it taken already? Oh my gosh, the chart, it was right up there on the wall when the other lady had come in and taken it. They always chart it either, and they put it on the bed or they put it up on the wall. It was up on the wall. This is the head nurse, mind you. She looked at it and she said, oh, and she left. Then she came back and she said to me, let me take your blood pressure. So she took it. It was under 104. It was something like 102/60 something. I can't remember now what it was. So she left, and then she came back and she said, oh, you don't have to take these Norvasc pills. I said, I know, I wasn't going to take them anyway. There was no way you were going to make me take them. So see, always have an advocate with you if you are unable to speak for yourself in your hospital room, or keep an eye on what's going on. Always ask questions. Always ask questions. I mean, when I was totally out of it when I was in the hospital, my sister was living here at the time. Man, you don't want to deal with my sister when it comes to stuff like that, because my sister came up to visit me. This was probably in the evening sometime, and I was still out of it from the operation. And my sister said, have they changed your bed yet? And I said, no. She went out to the nurse's station. She said, get me some sheets. My sister's bed hasn't been changed. I'm going to change my sister's bed. They hopped around. They said, oh, we'll go down. We'll go in and change it. My bed got changed. See, my sister was my advocate. So always when you are when they prescribe medication for you in your doctor's office, look that stuff up. Know what you're taking. Know what the side effects are. Know what it is in combination with anything that you are already taking. I can't emphasize that enough, because I have had enough near misses that didn't harm me because I was paying attention to what they were doing, what they were, how they were, what they were giving me and stuff like that. So, and pay attention to the foods that you eat, because sometimes the foods that you eat can collide with your medicine. It might be something that doesn't go along with what you're taking. It might be something that prevents absorption of your medication. So always check that. Google stuff. Go to health food sites. I have a group on Facebook that I have had for, I don't know, a number of years. It's called Here's to Good Health. I try to post things that help people out with looking out to help. It started off as a weight loss site, but now it's just a health site. And I try to post things, information that I find that people could possibly use. Excuse me. I just post what I get. I don't vet it. So even some of that stuff that you see, vet the information. I have so much going on, I don't have time to vet everything. So, and I just found out today, there are a lot of cleanses and things out there where they're telling you, do this for a liver cleanse, do this for a kidney cleanse. Well, one of the prominent hospitals, they did a post that no amount of cleansing and cleansers and cleansing stuff is going to do anything for your liver, and as a matter of fact, it may harm your liver. So pay attention to what you're using. And a lot of the ones that they're talking about are cayenne, turmeric, cinnamon, lemon juice, all kinds of things like that. And it seems to me that if we try to get our weight to where it should be, mine isn't yet, but it will be. But if we are getting our weight to where it should be, and we are watching what we eat, that we don't need to somebody's concoction to get rid of certain things. So smoothie, hey, if there's a smoothie you want to have that's good for your health, by all means, go ahead and take it. But all of these people who are doing all of these YouTube ads for these cleansers, I was just told today, I looked at it today, I saw it again today, that it's not really necessary, and it might, some of the stuff that they're throwing out there might harm. So a lot of people have problems with their liver, a lot of people have problems with swelling limbs. Check with your healthcare professional. They automatically want to put you on diuretics and things like that. And sometimes they help people and sometimes they don't. I always like to go find the cause. Why is there swelling? Why is this going on? Why is that going on? Let's not put a Band-Aid on something and call it done, because it's not done. You don't know what's causing it, and unless you want to be on a medication forever and ever and ever, find out what is going on. Insist upon tests. Sometimes you get in a controversy between your healthcare professional and the insurance. Insurance sometimes doesn't want to pay for tests. I need to keep track of my A1C. Now, my A1C is great right now, and at least it was in April. And now my sister reminded me that she said, our dad lost 2 limbs and an eye to diabetes. Our dad also had colon cancer. So those are things that we need to watch out for. So when they're drawing blood to check my potassium tomorrow, I asked my healthcare professional to also have my blood checked for A1C. She put up a fight with that because she said, you already had it in April. Well, just be aware that your insurance might not pay for it. I said, well, why wouldn't they pay for it? She said, because if they see you already have a healthy A1C that you did in April, they're not going to want to take it in August. And I said, but I have a family history. There are people close to me who are borderline diabetic. So I, with that family history, with my father passing away and all of that stuff, and having his limbs taken off and losing an eye, I think I need to watch my A1C, don't you? Yes. So let's see what happens. If they charge me for it, my insurance doesn't pay for it, I'm going to protest it, and I'm going to go loud and vocal with it too, and bring out the insurance companies, because it seems like if you have the money, you can live long. If you don't, you better forget it. So I am on my entrepreneurial path to earn megabucks so that I can keep myself healthy, right? Seems like the only way to do it these days. So, working on a few projects. Entrepreneurship is the way to go, not working for somebody. Because when you work for somebody, you know what you're doing? You're making money for them. Their company is thriving. They are the ones going on top. It's like when you rent. When you rent, you're helping somebody else's property. Some of us, we can't help but rent because of situations that have occurred in life. But believe me, I am trying to get to the point where I can get a small house. So pray for me. I would like to get a small house. That's my goal in the future, is to get a nice small house. I don't need a big house anymore. It's just me and my little snuggles, and he's an old guy. But I would love to have a small house. So hold me in your prayers, prayer warriors. And to get out of here, because all they do is smoke weed and cigarettes in here, and I live in a non-smoking building. You hear my voice is still messed up? I live in a non-smoking building around people who smoke weed and cigarettes, and it filters into my apartment all the time, even through the walls. So I need to get out of here. So anyway, we've talked about health. We're talking a little bit about finances. I have a great friend who, I don't know if her title's financial consultant. I'm not sure what it is. But she has a great business. She does taxes. She does financial consultation. And I'd like to give her a plug here. And I wasn't planning to do it, so I'm trying to remember the exact name of her business. I think it's Bara, B-A-R-A or B-A-R-I. I will put a link to her business down in my comments when I am finished with this, because she knows her stuff. She took her finances from having nothing when she got divorced to where she is now, and she's doing wonderfully well. Not only that, but she's a great builder over in Horizon. I call her a builder. She calls herself a designer. I am a designer also. I am not a builder. I am a designer, although I have pulled apart walls.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow.
Here goes my Alexa.
Look for some sun and
every day at
thunderstorms
6:20.
with a high of 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 63 degrees.
So there's our weather for this area for tomorrow. Anyway, every day at 6:20, Alexa comes on, and I just changed to the male voice. See how I like it. I think I like it. Anyway, tomorrow evening, and as I said, my friend, we call her G Deuce in VR, but she has an outside business, and she also has a business inside VR. So I will put all of her information down there, because she's a terrific financial consultant, and she would be willing to, I don't know how expensive she is. I have no idea how expensive she is. Because I just don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what all her pricing is, and so I wouldn't say it on here anyway. That's something for you to consult with her about. But she does really good work, and she knows her stuff. And even in my podcasts, I mention her. Matter of fact, tomorrow night when we do the podcast on gossip, not tomorrow night, but Friday night, the topic of discussion on Friday evening in Honey Bear Catherine's Grand Pavilion is gossip in VR and how it's hurting people. So visit us tomorrow, Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern in Honey Bear Catherine's Grand Pavilion over in Meta Horizon World, where we will be talking about gossip and what it does, what is gossip, what is considered gossip, what isn't, and do you gossip and why. All of those things we will talk about, including much, much more. So Friday will be gossip. Monday will also be gossip, but it will be in an app called The Club Room, just Club Room. It'll be in an app called Club Room, and we are in the VIP Speakeasy over in Club Room at 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday evening. Now, my name over there is not Honey Bear Catherine for some reasons. It is HBK_GP. So if you're looking to friend me or join me, it's HBK_GP. And you know what that stands for? Honey Bear Catherine Grand Pavilion. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we are garnering quite a presence over there with the podcasts. We have people who come in and contribute. We have people who have come up to me and said that the podcasts have helped them tremendously because they were dealing with issues that they didn't realize that were common, that other people were actually dealing with. And they got some answers. They were able to get some clarity on relationships and everything. So visit us. It's at 8 p.m. on Friday in the Grand Pavilion in Meta Horizon World, and 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday in Club Room. So join us. But tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, come on and play bingo. Bingo Under the Stars, 9 p.m. Eastern time in Meta Horizon World. We have the environment is Las Vegas, and what goes on in Bingo Under the Stars stays in Bingo Under the Stars. We have a great world that we're giving out tomorrow, and we are still having a wonderful time. You can come in on your headset or on mobile. Either one, you can come in on both. We can handle both in Bingo Under the Stars tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, and every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right? So, I think that's all I have to talk about tonight. And as I usually say on Wednesdays, have you done something this week to make yourself feel good? Have you done something for somebody else? Take care of yourself first, and then look to see who might need you, who might need help, who might be out there struggling. They might need a kind word. They might need a phone call. They might need your presence. They might need something. Is there somebody you're neglecting, somebody you're not seeing, somebody who's used to seeing you that doesn't see you anymore? Then go see them. Go talk to them. Give them a call. Give them a text. Something. Because you just never know. It might be something small to you, but it might be the biggest thing to them. So, if you haven't done it yet, you still have the rest of the week to handle it. So, this is Honey Bear Catherine, 777, saying, have a great rest of your week. Take care of yourself. Smile. Be kind to others. Treat others like you want to be treated. And when you treat somebody harmfully and they still smile and are friendly and everything with you, that means you are suffering alone. Your hatred, your bad blood, or whatever that is, it's all on you. Because people who let the light shine from them don't dwell in drama. They don't dwell in revenge. They just say, thank you, and they move on. So think about that. If your heart is dark and you are spewing out negativity, think about that. Why are you doing that? Why are you treating people like that? Why are you constantly criticizing others? Think about that. Correct yourself and move on, because you're only hurting yourself. And like I said, take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, and always remember and never forget, you are a human being, and I positively, absolutely love you all. Have a marvelous, marvelous weekend, and hopefully we'll see you at Bingo or at one of the podcasts or both podcasts. So see you soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.